My name is Jeff Nichols. I'm the author of the book Trainwreck, My Life as an Idiot, that was published by Simon & Schuster. The book is about learning disabilities and the various struggles that we go through. It specifically deals with ADD and dyslexia. And why I'm making this video, just because I've been doing some benefits for nonprofit organizations that help kids with learning disabilities, schools and organizations. I just did a benefit down in Florida for the Kind Foundation, and we raised over $25,000. We do a small auction that parents bring stuff, we auction it off, and then I go up and do my comedy routine that specifically deals with learning disabilities. You'll see this on the video that follows. What's important about these benefits, other than the fact that everyone has a blast and a great time and gets parents together, is we raise money that directly go to these nonprofit organizations or schools to help with tutors, to help buy computers, to help reading programs that actually directly benefit the kids. So, if you're interested in doing one of these benefits, one of these comedy benefits, you can go to my website, jeff-nichols.com, and give me a call, and we'll set something up and find a way for you to raise money for your organization.
It's a long struggle. It's an interesting struggle. It's a tough struggle that the kids that we help serve go through. Jeff has been successful. He's been a comic, stand-up comedian. He's been on Howard Stern. He's been on the book, got made into a movie. And so with that in mind, I would like to introduce Mr. Jeff Nichols.
Yeah.
Jeff.
Stand for Paul Sheridan, everybody. Thank you, Paul. Thank you guys for showing up. I am learning disabled. I suffer from dyslexia. Dyslexic people are bad. Any dyslexic people here tonight? We're bad couple, all right. So reading aloud, we're absolutely terrible at. We're also bad at some standardized tests. I had to like kryptonite to learn disabled people. My SATs were so low, my entire school district lost funding. Okay, that's pretty low. That's how bad. I don't speak that well either. That's first joke. Okay, thank you guys. I'm a little seasick actually. It's pathetic because I'm actually a captain. Can you imagine this? I did write a book called Trainwreck. Worst selling book in Simon & Schuster's history, folks. I don't know if anyone saw the reviews in the paper, but I don't really blame myself because I targeted, it wasn't marketed properly. It was targeted to, it was a self-help book for dyslexic kids, or dyslexic adults, and let's face it, dyslexic adults don't read that much, right? So I don't think I marketed it. By the way, all the extra proceeds from the book go to my gas tank, actually, get back to it. Half you guys are laughing, half you guys are like, I think this guy looks like Rain Man and Forrest Gump on crack, doesn't he a little bit? I hate the way I look. I have a tiny little head, no shoulders, no butt. I look like a turtle, kind of. Plus, I got this big nose. One time a girl tried to make me feel a little better. She goes, Jeff, you don't have a big nose. What you have is a Romanesque nose, Romanesque. I got all excited, ran home, looked it up in a dictionary. It's an old Latin word meaning friggin' huge. Well, thank you for laughing. Yeah, so I have dyslexia and my beautiful good looks, right? It's tough to come over, you know, but spelling in general is, you know, I like to use big words to make myself sound smarter than I really am. Any of you guys do that? You'll find a word like a newspaper and try to jam it, and try to incorporate it in your sentence to make it seem like you're really smart. A lot of guys do. So I'm like, look at those birds over there, they're so cumbersome. And surreal. Parenthetical. You got a favorite big word you like to use, ma'am, in the front row? All dyslexic people throw one. You don't throw a big word around? You can tell me. How about you, sir? You look like an aristocrat right there, right? No one wants to tell me, all right? Half you guys like, just don't talk to him. I think he's going to throw up there. Don't feel bad. I just didn't show up in Plattsburgh, New York, upstate New York. I asked the guy what his favorite big word is. You know what he told me? Delicatessen. Can you imagine? It's big, right? I'm thinking, you know, spelling is tough, you know. And I was one time playing basketball with a kid, and my buddy, we stopped playing basketball, and and he actually, it's a true story, right? He wrote, he wanted to tell another friend of ours where we were going, and so he's like, how do you spell cafeteria? You know, and I go up and like, I don't know. You know, so we're trying to figure out how to spell, we're like, forget that, we'll write lunchroom, right? So how tough could that be? We can't pull this off, right? So we're staring at each other. So finally, we draw a picture of a hamburger and an arrow pointing towards the cafeteria. But my friend was so dumb, he ate the piece of paper, okay? I am a captain, that's pretty good for a learning disabled person. I was able to overcome incredible odds. You know, well, not really. I mean, let's face it. If you think about it, like the ingredients of a good book, like Ray Charles, he overcame incredible odds to achieve wonderful things. Right? Poverty in the Deep South, racism, sexism, you know. Like my friend used to say, you overcame very little to accomplish nothing, okay? But I think that woman who wrote that article in the paper would agree, but if you read my book, you might agree. But the point is this, first of all, thank God for Kind, all right? Let's hear it for Kind. Let's hear it for the tutors. Any tutors here tonight? God bless you. God bless you. I did actually get my captain's license, which is a very difficult standardized test. I worked very hard at it, and so I could probably back this boat up. I'm not even sure, but it's a tough test, a lot of math, and I hired a tutor to help me. And without the tutor, you know, it would never happen. You know. I actually became. This will scare you guys. Ready? I was a teacher myself. I did first job out of college, 5 years in the South Bronx. Can you imagine that? Me as a teacher, right? I'm a nervous guy anyway, you know? This is impression of me as a substitute teacher in the South Bronx. Ready? Sit down, shut up, sit down, shut up, put that down, who threw that? Sit down, shut up, put that down, who threw that? Sit down, shut up, put that down, who threw that? Will someone please untie me? I was the worst teacher. And these kids spoke a whole different language. They spoke a whole different language. These kids spoke a whole different language. I asked this one kid, Ebonics, in the South Bronx, it's a whole different... I asked this one kid, can you tell me what the word climate means? Climate? Like the weather climate, right? You know what he told me? It's what you do to a fence. You know what I believe? You get it? Only in the Bronx, right? And I hate to say it, the only time I didn't like tutors was when I was in charge of 35 inner city kids. Because we had something called immersion. Okay, I'm screwed. I'm using big words again. I gotta be careful. Bring it down a notch, Jeff. I'm getting ahead of you. We had inclusion, I think the right word, where the tutor would come out and bring the special ed kid out, right? So I was trying to handle 35 inner city school kids, and 2 teachers would come in. I'm like, great, I'm going to get some help here, right? I'm going to finally get some help. They take the kid out in a wheelchair to work with them. I'm like, leave Johnny in a wheelchair, he's fine, okay? Take Naisha, who's stabbing Taisha with a pencil back there. The names in the Bronx are unbelievable. I had a girl named Rosacea. Isn't that a skin condition, Rosacea? It's like the pharmaceutical aisle of the Dwayne Reed. One kid's name was Excedrin, I swear to God. But I went to an alright college. You know, you can tell your college was good if it advertised on the radio or not. You know, my college used to constantly advertise on the radio. It's a little embarrassing, right? You know, get your degree overnight. We don't just come on. We don't care if you have a coupon. I grew up a fortunate kid, Upper East Side of Manhattan, went to all the best schools. The school called my mother and they said, this is what, you know, there weren't big labels back then, you know? The dyslexia, they didn't have labels, they didn't have anything. So they brought my mom read an article about Albert Einstein being dyslexic. So she runs into the school, she's like, and they want me out, right? They want me out of the school in a big way, right? I was screwing up the curve, right? The Trinity School in Manhattan is one of the best schools. So they go, lady. She goes, maybe my son's Albert Einstein. They're like, maybe he's dumb, okay? Get him out of here. I got up to college, they asked me about my SAT scores on an interview, and the standardized tests were terrible at dyslexic people. She's like, yeah, but tell me your SAT scores. I'm sure they're not that bad. I've heard a lot of bad. I'm like, okay, 420. 420. She's like, that's not bad. Was that math or English? I was like, both, okay?